Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, great chance! He's got the shot away! Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's through here. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Maldini. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That looks a cracking ball. Conte. Pull it.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Neymar. João Neves. Conte. First quarter of an hour gone. That's the throw.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff. Well read. And the danger is averted. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mateus. Well, that pass isn't the best. Cruyff, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Seedorf. Vinicius Junior. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, important interception. Mateus. And it's Neymar. And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. Backward. He's had a hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Great challenge. Time to perfection. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. João Neves. And he cuts out the supply. Mateus. It's Eto'o! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mateus. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Defending was strong and firm. Spread out to the left. Well, that is one way to stop him. Seedorf promptly onto that, and that is that. And he welcomes... Hits one!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Leicester cuts it out. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Maldini, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Seedorf. Seedorf. Eto'o. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To further improve their position of comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
João Neves, and that could set him on his way. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the shot! And it's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Just so calm under. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way most of us in the ground had expected in advance. Granted, it is very pleasant if you're on the right side of it all.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Elementos da equipa de segurança de cada bancada, por favor, dirijam-se à sala do pessoal.
That's the start of another 45 minutes. Madrid didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He won't be happy with that one. Maldini gets across to intercept that. And here's Eto'o. Pull it. Conte. Pull it. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So what can they make of this? Maldini. Pull it. And it's Maldini. Messi. Madrid looking to pass their way through. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Conte.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Neymar. Now the finish! Really well taken goal. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Benfica are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Nicely weighted ball. Pull it. Conte. And that has put paid to that. Eto'o. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Seedorf. Makaleli. Messi. Good spot, he's seen the run. Mateus. Eto'o! Conte. That has been slung wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Neymar. João Neves. And here's Neymar. Neymar! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Neymar with the short one. Oh, smashing header! No luck this time.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Albert Ferrer does well to get it back. Now it's Cruyff. Nesta.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Shapes to shoot! No, it's wide.
Benfica just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Mateus. Mateus! He scores! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Nesta is the guilty party there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Played back to the goalkeeper. Buffon. Maldini.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Chance! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Mateus. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And here's Eto'o. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Makaleli. Shot a goal! It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
It's Eto'o! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Cramped and narrow, that's how it is in the Boca dish. There's the hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Xabi Alonso deals with that comfortably. And they've got a throw. And it's Eto'o. And Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Lovely bit of skill. And the shot! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's a lovely, neat pass. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's fabulous. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And here's Messi. Now the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's been cut out, well played. Nicely spread.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
He gets big! Messi. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Madrid are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Van Bouten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pedri, and it's Messi. And here's Romario. Stood up well to him there. Romario unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's lost his man here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then.
He's tried one! That's a half-decent try.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Sporting Braga clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim. It's Pedri! Now it's Vinicius Junior. Schneider, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And back to the goalkeeper. Maldini. Aim forwards.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And it's Messi. He's in plenty of space here. And he's there to belt it away. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Eto'o. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi. And it's Schneider. That has been slung wide. Cross flung in towards the middle. And he's there to clear it. Pedri! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pedri clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's a good run down the left-hand side.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's found a way through. Great hit! He's got away with one there.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Look at the space here. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Xavi Alonso. And here's the chance to counter. Xavi Alonso. Romario. And it's Sneijder. Oh, he's found support out wide. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Mbappe! And that is wildly off target.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And the pass is intercepted. Pedri. And it's Sneijder. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pedri. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vinicius Junior. Quality ball. And it's Sneijder. It's Sneijder! And he comes up trumps again.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
Punched away. Lam. And here's Messi. He's got the shot away! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Place it in low. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe has it in a wide position. Xavi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Maldini, very much a man of this moment. That's really well manoeuvred. Almost an hour gone.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, shooting chance! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Dixon. Fiddles it through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Messi. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Moved on forwards. That'll be a throw. He's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's got away.
Sporting Braga showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Schneider. Dixon. Played out towards the right wing.
Cambio en el Braga. Número 14. Lo reemplazará número 15.
Guardiola. Pedri. Now it's Pedri. Oh, important interception.
Sporting Braga really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
He's in, surely! And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Real chance! Sticks it away! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Número 11. Cambio en el Braga. Número 7. Entrará al campo. Número 17.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
He won't be happy with that one. Messi. And it's from Mario. And now the breakaway.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
It's Son Heung-min! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Neymar. Oh, easy pickings there. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Back into the middle. Neymar. Son Heung-min is onto it. And the shot! No mistake! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the score.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Now it's Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's Drogba. Back into the middle. Nice sequence of passes, this. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi. And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Mbappe.
Might want to be careful there.
It looks a good ball through. Messi might just make this. Now it's Seedorf. Scholes. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. There's the hit! Oh, what a ball! Mbappe! There it is! What are you thinking about the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Mbappe! That is great defending, so alert. Madrid are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. And it's Scholes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Davis is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that's put paid to a promising move. Conte. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Seedorf. Well, that tackle was certainly... He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Mateus. That's a sharp pass.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Rises! Maldini attempts a clearance. Pass is just off target. Conte. Seedorf. Forwards and with intent. Mbappe gets into some space. Looking for the run. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Roberto Carlos goes on a run down the left wing.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And he's running through. And Messi! And that certainly packed a punch. Madrid. Oh, what a mistake! Scholes, who does have an assist to his name. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, important interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts.
Eto! And again! Harmlessly behind.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. And he welcomes it in. And through to the goalkeeper. Mbappe on a charge down the left. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Davis. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Messi. Mateus. And it's half-time here. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Here we go again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. And now the hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Drogba really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. And it's Davis. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And they can counter here. Oh, no joy this time. Could be danger here. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Eto. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hullet. Madrid are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And here's Messi. And here comes the corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Big header! He will be livid with himself. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Dixon. Eto. Spread out to the left. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And it's Seedorf. Floated up and over. Maldini.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Footballing width usually identifies with...
Heads it! No, not the best of headers. outsiders. Scholes. Eto. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. Seedorf. Rijkaard with the clearance. David Villa. Nicely weighted ball. Lazio applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Out to the left it goes.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, nicely intercepted. Eto does really well to win the ball there. Oh, played right. It scores! Oh, and that should have been two.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9.
Madrid have their second corner now.
El dorsal 20. El dorsal 4. Messi. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11. El dorsal 13.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
El dorsal 80. Ronaldinho.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And they're quick to get it back. Madrid leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. He could be in here. Now it's Haaland. Ronaldinho. Davis.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Terrific header.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Haaland did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, he's found support out wide. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's fabulous.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Ronaldinho! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ronaldinho actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That's that, the end. Madrid have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. It's Seedorf. Seedorf is flagged offside. Bellingham. Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Camavinga calmly anticipates. Maldini cuts it out. Nicely intercepted. Played out to the right. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And it's Messi. Now it's Thuram.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Now the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
La Coruña with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Can he finish? Now that is commitment to the cause. La Coruña have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Vinicius Junior. He's dealt with that well. Rijkaard. Rijkaard! He's delivered all right! Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Vinicius Junior. Seedorf. Madrid are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Beckenbauer. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Seedorf. It's Davis. Oh no, what has happened? This time, surely! Really well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Mignon looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Beckenbauer. Madrid have scored 2 quick goals here. Beckenbauer. Madrid looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Maldini, a player who needs no introduction. Dixon. Maldini. Oh, easy pickings there. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Bellingham. And now the hit! Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Dixon. That is lovely. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Now it's Eto'o. He's picked his way through. No, he's not getting any further than that. And the first half is done. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way most of us in the ground had expected in advance. Granted, it is very pleasant if you're on the right side of it all.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Madrid, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. Here we go again then. No changes at the interval from either side. Oh, can he get onto this? Vinicius Junior. Good play on the left-hand side here. That looks a good ball through. Right card! Just too high.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
And it's Hullet. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. No, again there's no way through. Vinicius Junior. Well, that's beautifully weighted. So much time and space here. Vinicius Junior. Davis. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Now this could be a chance. It is a corner. He is through here. Rijkaard. Bellingham does well to get it back. Thuram. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Camavinga. Oh, that Camavinga! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Well, the most exciting sight on a football pitch. He had too much trickery for that defence. Brilliant.
Maldini. And it's Davis. They've switched it over to the other side. He's got away. Mbappe! Mbappe! No, not quite.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
That is good alertness. And here's Messi. Bellingham. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Seedorf. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 24. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Terrific save by Manuel. And somehow he kept it out. Corner number 2 then. That should get the job done. La Coruña are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary. There's the shot! Yes! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Figo. Oh, that's fabulous. Some really good ball movement. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar looking to run onto it. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Mbappe. Eto'o. Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Pass somewhat off target. But it's Eto'o. And here's Messi. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Threads one in. And back to the goalkeeper. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost... And he's had a hit! Oh, what has happened here? Musiala. Oh, super great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That is good strength. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And here's Maradona. Gets his pass away. And he's intervened well there. And here's Figo. Nice ball and he's in here. Big chance! There it is! Barcelona are back in business. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
They get a throw in. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Maradona. Now it's Figo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Seedorf. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe! That has been slung wide. Figo. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Neymar. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't...
And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Musiala. And it's Messi. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Maradona. Musiala.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Maldini. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Eto'o is wide and looking to get onto this. Seedorf.
Habrá 2 minutos de
He's had it
descuento.
nicked away. Maradona.
Figo really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Maldini. There's the crossfield ball. And it's Eto'o. Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd. And a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play it with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Conte. Now it's Neymar. No way through. And it's Seedorf. Figo. Maradona. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ah, he's given it away. Real chance! There's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously. It's Eto'o! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Madrid with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Now it's Neymar. He's had it hit!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. And here's Figo. So we've reached the hour mark. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nicked it back promptly. Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Look at the space here. Oh, that's neat. He is through here. Messi! Yes! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Madrid go into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? There's such a...
That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Madrid have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And a header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and width can be a nightmare to defend against.
Musiala.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20 será sustituido
And that's
por
definitely not
el
his
dorsal
best.
18. Cambio de jugadores.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Just about up to 75 minutes. There will be a throw-in. He's found a way through. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And it's Seedorf. He's got a side of goal!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Maradona. Now it's Diaz. He's shifting through the gears here. And he was alert to it. And he's been shifted off it. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Over to the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Nicely aimed pass. Maradona. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Spread it left. Vinicius Junior.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3. El dorsal 17.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Eto'o. El dorsal 13. Neymar. Serán sustituidos.
Scholes.
El dorsal
Excellent
14.
challenge there,
El dorsal
uncompromising.
16. Scholes. El dorsal
Now it's
11.
Diaz.
El dorsal
Diaz! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And here's Bellingham. Can he finish? Could be danger here. Maradona. Great hit! Yes, it's there! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Maradona. Davis. And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Messi, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game, reflection. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion. It adds to a massive sense of it.
Has a goal!
That's another chance! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Davis. That's Maldini. Rijkaard. It's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Good pressure, determined, intense. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now, that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Now the finish! Mbappe finds himself offside. Dixon. Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Back into the middle. Great chance! He has done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Madrid grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him, and he failed to get his head up.
Mbappe, he's picked his way through, and the shot! Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's really well manoeuvred. Deftly done. Now it's Eto'o. And he's heaved it away. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi shapes to shoot! And he's following up! It's in! And there is his 30th goal. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Madrid take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Dixon. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Davis. Dixon. Now Ruben Diaz chooses to go cross-field. Vinicius Junior. Good spot, he's seen the run. Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mbappe. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Eto'o, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
All eyes on the referee, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. Business. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
This is quite a battle.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Mbappe gets a foot in here. Played right into his path. A player who needs no introduction. Ben Seguir.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really...
Olise! Eto'o. Oh, they can break here. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. He can run onto that. Dixon. There is the half-time whistle. Madrid come out of a half that has been quite extraordinary on many counts. High scoring, truly exciting, but neither side able to hold a lead. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And we are back on the way. Mbappe. Bellingham. Dixon. And it's Messi. Mbappe. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to get it away. Mbappe. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Olise! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Olise deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ben Seguir could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Spread it left. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's tidy. And here's Vinicius Junior. Davis. He's going for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Passing nice and neat. He's been picked out. It's a mighty effort! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Big chance! Goal! Goal! And the comeback is complete.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky.
Hits one!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's onside!
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's managed to get... And the finish! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20. El dorsal 10.
So, time for changes
El
on
dorsal
both
14.
sides, actually.
El dorsal 15.
Caen take a
Serán
two-goal lead
sustituidos
and
por
are looking
el
good for the
dorsal
win.
80.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
El dorsal 7. Vieira. El
Oh,
dorsal 3.
perfectly measured
Se va a
that.
realizar un
And he's
cambio de
away.
jugadores.
Diving header! Vinicius Junior. He's had it taken off him, and he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Mbappe gets flagged offside. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Played back in. Oh, great play! Ronald, there's the hit! He scores! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball and it all came good.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
He's got the shot away! It's there!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Caen could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Araujo. Great run on the overlap here. Lovely feet. Oh, good-looking ball. And that's that. Madrid did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. So, Jim, how do you reflect on...